Welcome everyone to the Family Talk Show. This is a program where we encourage and strengthen families.
Today, we have very two special guests. They are Dr. Darlene Paasewe and Reverend Dr. G.Boakai Paasewe. Today is the continuation of their tips on marriage. Let us now join Dr. and Dr. Paasewe for part 2 of the discussion on marriage. Thank you.
About you raising your voice. So that will call a prayer for mutual agreement. There's no raising of the voice. We have to discuss things simple, no matter how painful it is. So, you want to throw some light on that also?
Sure. It's been very helpful to us to be able to do that because, conflicts will always happen. We've been married almost 28 years, and trust me, we still have first things popping up for the first time that we never had that experience before, so now we have to face it. So there will always be conflict, but I really believe that when a couple is consistently having the same confusion over and over, then that says that maybe someone is not listening to the other person. Because not that you shouldn't have conflict, but it should be less of the exact reason why you're having that conflict. So that really brings me to the point of really trying to understand each other, knowing what the person likes, what the person doesn't like, trying not to do it, so that you're not keep doing the same thing again, because that means you don't care about my feelings. If I say, oh, I don't like this, or I don't like it when you do this, or you talk this way, or is there a different way, you can ask me the same thing but in a different manner, because the way you're asking me is coming across to me like you're judging me each time you ask me the question. So then it's about being able to find out why we have this conflict. Let's get to the bottom of it. Okay, what is it that really made you mad about this? All right, and then try not to do it next time and try and find a different way to get around it.
Yeah, it's very key because many times in marriages, people say, oh, I'm sorry. But what are you sorry about? So as my wife said, we try to find out why did it happen and how can we avoid this in the future. Very important. It's good to say I'm sorry, but the point is you need to get to the main reason why did it happen. Did I not communicate properly, or how you communicate it? So it's very important that at the end of the conflict, at a particular time, maybe not immediately, but you have to find time and say, okay, why did this conflict occur? And how can we avoid this conflict in the future?
Let's talk a little bit about in-laws. Because you know what? That's something we cannot avoid. I know sometimes people say, I married a woman, I didn't marry her family, or I married a man, I didn't marry his family. But let's face it, if you have a spouse or husband or wife, they came from somewhere. And it has really worked for us. We were really blessed to get an advice from one of our family members, my father's brother, my uncle. He told us one thing, and that was when we went to share with the family that we're about to get married. And he gave us that advice, and that advice really, it was a lifesaver. We've been really blessed that we have never had let's quote unquote in-law drama. And that is because what happens that when there is a misunderstanding, or if there is something that I have done wrong to him, he doesn't tell his family about it, he tells my family about it. Because if I have done something wrong and my mom knows about it, or my brothers know about it, or my sister know about it, and he's forgiven me about it, then my family is happy. But if I do something to him and he happens to share with all of his family, then the day he forgives me for it, they're going to be like, what? I don't believe it. Are you still with that woman? Everything he's done to you, or everything she's done to you? And so I think that's a big thing. And that has made my husband a little brother, like an angel to all my brothers, because anything goes wrong, it's his sisters I'm telling about it. And not my family. So I want to throw some light on that. That was
I want to use the word family because some family is meaning to either discuss it with her mother or setting immediate, or setting of her brother. So it's, and likewise, it'll be my mother or my sister because I don't have brothers. But when I'm going to family, I want to clarify,
Yes.
nobody else, because sometimes it involves too many families, too many third parties, it can bring problems to your marriage. So yeah, so that really help us, that no, if we have conflict or issue, I'm not getting along with her, I either tell her mother or her brother. And likewise, me, she tell even when my mother was alive, either my mother or my sister. That is very important, to protect your spouse's image with your family. It's very important, very, very important.
And so we've really been blessed though over the 28 years. Maybe he came to mind from my mom and my brother, maybe 1 or 2 times, 3 times at most in 28 years. Same thing with him, maybe 2 or 3 times. So that really brings us to being able to resolve conflict yourself.
Yeah.
Without going out. That's the best way to do it. That's, being you and God. How the scripture tells us that a 3-chord string is hard to be broken.
Yes,
and so keeping God in the middle, talk about something, if you cannot resolve it, you pray about it, and then ask God to help you to have that discussion again. So most of the time, that's how conflicts are resolved.
And in resolving our conflict, the Bible says correct in love. And many times in conflict, couples say a lot of mean words. Go for the jugular. So we're having conflict, we say words that we want to demean our spouse. This is not right. When you say words are like a bullet, once it go out, you can take it back. So what we're trying to do that with correct in love, the goal is not to put each other down. The goal is to correct in love. The goal is to restore, the Bible says, the relationship. Because everyone has an ego. So when you go for your spouse's ego with the intent to destroy that ego, they will come back. At that point, they're not listening to you. At that point, they're protecting the ego. So we've learned to correct, be mindful of the words we use, and being able to correct in love. Very important, correct in love. And before we go there, another thing that really helps us is learning each other's love language. That is very important in marriage. Very important. So for us as believers, the Bible says, we believe that the Bible says, do unto others as they have been done unto you. And in marriage, the mistake we make is to love our spouses the way we want to be loved. You want to show something on that too?
No, you said it all. It's very true. Being able to know what makes them happy. Sometimes it's just spending time together with a person. It's not always for the woman. It's not always giving her the gifts. It might be something else. So if you don't know what those 5 languages are, we recommend you find a book that says the 5 love languages, and you might be able to find your spouse's love language in there. But it's very important because, see, this is a life journey that we all get married. It's not like I'm just going to try it and get out of it. If you get married as a Christian, as a believer in the presence of God, you tie. We all know the ring is only a symbol during the marriage ceremony. They say, as a symbol of my love, or as a symbol of my vows. So you really tie, like soul tie, together when you get married. And so this is something that you're in for the long haul. You're in it for life by the grace of God. So we can grow together in this. We can have fun together in this. We can uphold each other, respect each other along the way. Because for men, for example, respect is their number one thing. And so anything that will make a man shame or embarrassed is going to make him very angry. And so that is really, really important, respecting each other's feelings. So as we in this process together, we're going to grow old in here. If we're not able to accept each other as we are now, thank God, we're 28 years married. We still got all our teeth. Imagine when we get 89, by the grace of God, we're still together. We have missing teeth. If we don't learn to appreciate each other along the way, what's going to really happen? So it's really important to appreciate each other, respect one another, save the image of your spouse in front of someone else. So in front of friends and family, you always want your husband to be respected among your friends, and even among your family particularly, but even among your friends. So even if something is going wrong, you don't badmouth him ever in front of friends. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Except really done, you're already divorced without marriage.
So also, again, just to add that respect is a need for the man. It's not a want. And likewise, love for the woman is a need, it's not a want. And we have to come to understand this. You have to, for guys, your wife needs love. So you have to go verbal, you have to verbalize it, and tell her I love you, and tell her you appreciate her, as well as for women, respect for the man is a need. Okay? As my wife said, I think we'll come back to the love language. I don't give a good illustration. Let's say you have two couples that get married. One speaks only English, and the other speaks only French. And if that spouse that speaks only French tells her spouse in French and this spouse speaks only English, cannot understand any other language, tells her spouse, I love you in French, the spouse says, you're not understanding. And if the spouse that speaks only English tells the spouse that speaks only French, that understand only French, that they love her or him in English, that spouse does not understand, it means nothing. So get to love each other, knowing each other love language. I tell you, it will separate. Because many times we enter marriages with a broad perspective. Some people say, oh, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's not true. Or the way to a woman's heart is gifts and diamonds. That's not true for a woman. So generalization is not the best thing. Read the book, discover what your partner, your spouse, love language is. And I tell you, you will make that person happy.
Exactly. And so as we kind of wrap up here, I think we've covered most of them. Again, we cannot talk about everything that has worked for us because of time, but those are some of the major things that have worked for us. And definitely, I just want to cover, respecting your in-laws. This is not anything to do with conflict between the both of you, but just imagine this: your husband, he has his sisters, and he has his mother, and just like I said, the marriage is it's a long haul. And how would you like to make your husband's most immediate family outside of you and your children? How would it be to make them feel miserable, but you want him to be happy with you? So that doesn't really make sense, and that's really not good. So, caring for, being a part, being involved with them if you can is very important. And you know what? Nothing can be so bad that I believe that it cannot be restored. There's a saying, it doesn't matter where you come from, but it matters where you're going. So, you may have had a bad relationship with in-laws before. There's some things that have been done before that it's kind of hard to overturn, but a lot of it comes with, reassuring to your in-laws that, you know what, I really love or to your family, I really love my husband, we've been working on things, or I love my wife, we've been working on things, and I really want you to, come around, and it can always get restored by the grace of God. There's nothing God cannot do, so.
So I want to say thank you to Pastor Chris Stevens for the opportunity to share our story with the audience. Any closing remarks?
Definitely. Closing remarks, I would say, remember that we're married, but we're still individual people. And so I have my goals, maybe some things in life that I would like to do, and my husband would like to do. So it's about supporting each other's goals as well. We didn't talk about that, but that's really important.
Very important.
For example, I like music, and my husband didn't support me. I won't be able to be a songwriter and make my songs. Or he wouldn't be able to ministry, which has always been a passion for him. So supporting each other in what the other person wants to do is so important, and just do everything you can to make this guy love you to the point where he's going to say, you know what, if I come back, and this is what my husband says. I'll let him say it himself.
No, I don't say that.
He said, if I come back in this world again, I'm not sure about being a pastor or being a doctor or whatever, but I know I want to be married to this same woman again. That's the only way I want to come back. So it's really important to have that joy, and a very good relationship with each other. So it's been a blast. I'll do it all over again. Making sacrifices for each other is
very important.
and it's been great.
Good. Also, in concluding, I want to say, I just want to say marriage is about making sacrifices. Jesus, the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he sacrificed his only begotten son. So if you say you love your husband or you love your wife, you cannot love your spouse without willingness to sacrifice something. You know, some people come, this is who I am. No, there has to be sacrifices. And that what marriage is about. It's about sacrifices, about some compromises here. But ultimately, there must be sacrifice. And when you find two persons not willing to make sacrifice, that's when marriage ends. But once you guys are willing to make sacrifice, willing to compromise and accommodate each other, and put God first, and God being the rock and the foundation of your marriage, you can overcome anything. Okay, we'll just pray and then we will close.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, thank you for today. We thank you that you've given us a story to share. We thank you for 27 years. We thank you for our children. We thank you for our ministries. But above all, we also thank you for the audience that will be listening to this message. Bless their hearts for those who are struggling with their marriages. I pray that this video will speak to them. For those who plan to get married, I hope this will help them in their planning process. Thank you, Lord, and in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, my wife will...
Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed.
Thank you everyone for joining us today on the Family Talk Show.
Yes, I want to thank all of you again who have joined us for this program today. I want to say a special thanks to Dr. Darlene Paasewe and Dr. G.Boakai Paasewe for the time that it took up to talk with us on this program. I want to thank all of you that are out there who continue to follow us. God greatly bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.